Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I had uh I thought I had more time, or I thought I had less time. I was like at 40 minutes above 38. So I'm going back to what I was saying. Um I mean, my biggest fears, right? If there's someone using my biggest fears against me, I don't know. I don't know. Right? I can't make a conclusion there. I can't make an answer there. I don't know. But like I said, what I do know is that I don't have a quality of life, objectively speaking, emotionally speaking. My parents divorcing at a certain age, and growing up with the chaos, and then Jennifer Pan, and then these movies, these TV shows, and these actors all talking about themselves and their lives and their struggles, acting like they matter. And what you realize is, as you get older, is that none of that shit mattered. None of those actors were saying anything of usefulness. None of them said anything that is remotely useful, and nothing that's remotely useful, remotely good, remotely healthy. And people are asking for advice. They're asking for all this shit, and even me being a decent person, it takes willpower from me, because I've been fucked over so many times, right? Whether it's from family, from random people, and I try not to be an asshole, right? And I'm sure I come off as an asshole to some people because I can feel it. I can feel the energy that I give off. It's not pleasant. I don't see Canada becoming like a fascist state. I wish I was a dictator and I would dictate people what to do, and I would create like a security state and all that, police state in a second, because I know that if the person's not under control, if you don't control their behavior, if you don't maintain their behavior, then all hell breaks loose, and I can't allow that, as well as other people. Now, that being said, if that's the world you want to live in, you want to live in the absolutely free, go right ahead, go live in that world. But that's not for me, right? I don't like, I mean, I already know that, right? But like, when I seriously say these things, like, I don't have tolerance for my parents, low quality of life, divorced parents, and driving from house to house, and having to deal with complaining from my mom, and like these computer games and these actors and these athletes, and where the hell they even come from. I mean, where the hell do they even come from? Again, I feel awful. I don't view the real world as a computer game, as a video game. Unfortunately, at a young age, I was corrupted, right? YTV is corruption. YTV is brain rot, per se. Now, granted, it's not as bad as the Goy slop, like the 1950s movies or the early 2000s movies. Granted, it's not as bad as the Goy slop or early 2000s movies, or early 2000s movies, or Goy slop, or fucking it's not as bad as Goy slop, early 2000s movies, AI brain slop, Goy slop, Goy slop, AI brain rot. And again, if there's someone you want to go after, it's probably you should be going after these actors and the elites, not me. Like, I get it. Again, like, I get it. I am responsible for like Antifa and all that. I get the movement. I don't criticize communism on a level of like, I'm a fascist, so I criticize communism. I made a joke about indigenous people and communism only because it has happened before, right? Like, and history is relevant, right? History is relevant to all of us. Now, whether or not a person wants to, like, whether or not like, people are motivated by hate or controversy or conflict, literally people's anger is the only reason they exist. I pray to God that it's not, right? I'm sure I have more faith in humanity than that, right? But I say it sincerely that some people live for the conflict. They only live for conflict, and it's their main driver for life, to be on an opposing side. Um, uh, what's it called? Some people, they live for that. Some people live for these kind of things. Uh, it's an incredibly difficult conversation to have. But no, I don't think YTV is like the worst of Goy Slop, right? I think the worst Goy Slop is not YTV, but not YTV, but like old 1950s movies and movies in general and actors and them talking about some problem that they have. Like, nobody should fucking listen to them. No one should take them seriously because they're not serious people. Like, none of the American actors are serious, and like, they're terrible people. Like, a lot of them are terrible people. Like, really, they're terrible people. Like, again, like, my relationship with my mother, and the fact that there was some basic stability doesn't give an excuse for a bunch of people to just ram themselves into a country and move there. Granted that, like, echo. Oh yeah, there it goes. Echo. Granted, okay, like, I partake in the system. I do the bare minimum. I'm probably like the 10,000th person